All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So it is time to give you an unboxing and quick hands-on and kind of walk through on the Samsung Galaxy A21s. Now, this phone released in May, and it officially came out in June of this year, and we're still in June. So this is pretty cool that we got one that's kind of close to launch. Shout out to wirelessplace.com. Be sure to hit the link in the description. You will see they have provided this phone for me for review. So we were going to tear this open, but make sure you hit the link in the description to get yours. Pretty affordable device, man. I mean, there's some phones out there for everybody, and this is probably going to appeal to the masses. So I believe you can get a A20 or 21 on T-Mobile too, but this is obviously the unlocked version. So I don't know which RAM this one has, but we'll crack it open here. I know it's a 64 gig black. And what else? What do you get in here? No case or anything. Looks like just some paperwork. I wonder if this is 21 by 9 or 20 by 9. Yeah, this is 20 by 9. Oh wow, yeah, this feels great, man. This feels really good in the hand. You can see what it kind of looks like there. We're going to get to that in just a second. So, Infinity O display, which means it's going to have a little punch hole somewhere. It's probably because on the top left. Then you've got a quadruple camera setup and a fingerprint sensor on the back right there, so you can see that. In the box here, looks like you get the Type-C and you get headphones. Yeah, all right, so we're gonna throw all that away in the SIM card ejector tool and charging brick. So, this is pretty cool. Let's get this off here, and we'll go over a few specs. Pretty cool, man. I believe you can actually get this on T-Mobile, if I'm not mistaken. Let's, on the side here, hit T-Mobile real quick. I thought I saw the A21 on T-Mobile's website, but wow, this is a beautiful phone in person, man. I didn't know what to expect. But once again, shout out to wirelessplace.com for sponsoring this particular video. And stay tuned for more. But yeah, there's a camera up top. As far as specs go, you've got a 6.5 inch 720 by 1600 display. So big display. 48 megapixel main shooter that shoots in 1080p. And it comes in 3 or 6 gigs of RAM with a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. That is pretty impressive. So we're gonna switch this over. I'm gonna get this set up, but I just want to talk about some of the specs real quick. So you do have band 2 on here. Looks like band 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 20, 28, 38, 40, and 41. So this will work partially in the US. You will get LTE, but it might be a little spotty. But so I have this 64 gig. So this is going to be the 4 gig of RAM version. So I have it comes in a 3 gig, 32 gig model, 4 gig, 64 gig model, which is what this is. And then you have a 6 gig, 64 gig model. So, well, I mean, maybe this is the 6 gig, but I'll try to get in there and take a look. But let me get this all set up, and then we'll come back and look at hardware. And I'll talk more about the hardware and the overall specs on this device. And we're going to get it popping. Let's go. All right, guys, so we are in here, and this is the device. So one thing I want to point out before I get going for the rest of this video, I stated that T-Mobile sells this phone. They actually sell the A21, which is $250, and this is $199. So this is a better deal in my opinion because this one has the Exynos 850, and the one T-Mobile says is not the S, and it has the 3 gigs of RAM, and it also has the MediaTek 6765. Now, there's nothing wrong with that processor. It's just that, and it has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery in that one too. So this is definitely the better one to purchase if you're going to do it. And remember, the links are in the description down there. But this phone, let's get some, I am turned off here while it's doing all that. But this is how it's going to come to you. Cancel. I keep hitting this. Let's remove this widget. Remove. All right, so this is the way it's going to look like. Let's check for bloatware. Obviously, I see some already. So we're going to go ahead and disable that because you cannot uninstall it. That's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and remove Spotify because I don't use Spotify. I use Pandora. Bloatware, I think the Facebook was pretty much it. And then these games right here, I probably wouldn't have those on there. But looks like that might be it. So let's go down to about, let's see here. I want to go to software, running Android 10, and it's got version 2.1. Let's turn down the brightness so you can probably get a better look at that. Yeah, see, that might look a little better. But yeah, it's running, and let's see it's on the May security patch, so that's good. So as far as software goes, it's doing okay. A little sluggish while it's doing the download there. But unfortunately with this camera, I want to get into this right now. Unfortunately with this camera, no, I guess I shouldn't say unfortunately, because a lot of people today, I've learned that they don't even shoot in 4K, most consumers. But you know, this camera, from what I'm looking at on the specs, can't do 4K, but you do have a wide angle lens right there, as you can see. Let's put that back and let's go to video. I guess I'm getting this lag, obviously, because it's the phone's powering up and doing updates and stuff. But let's check video here. Let's see if it can do 4K. Nope, 1080p is the max. And I blame that solely on the Exynos processor. But in the settings here, as you can see what's in here. You've got the different shooting modes and things like that. But this will probably be a good 1080p camera. So we'll have to just take a look and see. So let's go into first let's change this home screen and see if I can get it to 5 or 6. Yep, I sure can. Let's go 5, save, and then we'll go App Drawer, 5, save. Now we can have a little bit more room. So let's go into the settings here. And let's switch this over to the dark theme. If I can find that. If it has it, it should have it. Oh, dark mode right there on the top, John. Right there on the top, sir. So boom, here's dark mode. It actually looks pretty cool. Let's see here. Navigation bar. We can actually turn on gestures. There we go. You can see how that works. All right, let's go back into settings. This phone feels really good in hand. My S20 Plus is upstairs, but just think of the S20 Plus and how comfortable that phone feels. But the difference is this has a, is that a pre-installed screen protector? Oh, I thought it was. No, this has a flat display, which is pretty cool. So in the settings here, you got your connections, your sound and vibrate, you got your notifications, you got your display, you got your wallpapers that you could go through. You can see what they look like. Let's see what they look like here. See what they got. They got some pretty nice ones. They got these ones that are, this one in particular right here for the little punch hole on the top. And then you can download more over here. But wallpaper's looking pretty good. You got different themes, obviously, because this is a Samsung device. So you can go into the theme store and download themes. Let's update that. We'll get back to that in a little bit. Galaxy themes. And then you've got your lock screen type. This has facial recognition. So let me go ahead and see if I could, boom, look at that from behind the camera. That's pretty fast. That's pretty fast. That's pretty good. It also has a fingerprint reader I could set up too. I didn't set the fingerprint up yet. I did the facial recognition. So just to kind of get that going. This is pretty cool that it's at least on the May security patch. It's on Android 10 and it's got 2.1. So that's pretty good. You got digital well-being, parental controls, advanced. Let's see what's in here. Pop-up view, for messages. Yep. Direct share, reduce animations, motions and gestures. Stay alert, lift to wake. Finger to yeah. This is Samsung, man. Let's get to the, I want to take some video and some photos. Oh, and you've got the side key over here. This is side key, double press. Oh, that's going to be for this right here, more than likely, because there are no more keys on here. Double press for camera. Yeah, that's what it's for. So I want to turn that off because I don't want to do any accidental, but you can definitely open apps. Any app that's on your phone, probably, you can open it up. So that's pretty cool, which isn't something that's specifically new or anything, but it's a good thing to know on this very affordable device. So let's go down here and let's look at about, let's go. Let's see if there's a software update. Boom, there it is. Software update right out of the box. It's probably going to be June. Since we're in the June security patch, June month, we'll install it later. Let's see what it says. It says security patch level May 20. Maybe, okay, so it's May still. It's just giving you some more updates, but we'll circle back around to that. Let's see. So that's good. Pretty good, man. So overall, I think I'm ready to set this up the way I want to set it up. And then I'll go ahead and do some camera quality tests real quick for you. And then we're going to get this ball rolling. And now we're going to come back in a little while and do more updates on this phone. But let's go in here. Let's see. Battery. The Exynos 850, it's flowing right along from what I can see. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it so far, but I don't have anything on the phone either. So we'll see how that goes when it comes to the device performance. But overall, man, I mean, the hardware has like that shimmer to it, like that. Let me wipe it off. The hardware has like that. There you go. You can kind of see it like a little shifting color shifting. Again, the fingerprint reader, the quad camera setup, the headphone jacks on the bottom, which I think a lot of people would like that. Sorry if I was out of view. Type-C microphone. I mean, yeah. The facial recognition is really fast on here. I'm feeling the facial recognition. It's really fast. I probably won't even set up the fingerprint reader. But yeah, man, it looks like you get 100 gigs of Google One exclusive for a Samsung promotion. All right. I don't know if that pertains to us here in the US's, but let's fire up these cameras and let's take some photos and we're going to get it popping. I'm going to get this set up how I want to get it set up too. All right, guys, so here's some video from the front camera on the phone. Just natural lighting, no LEDs or anything. I could turn on a quick light real quick so you can see some difference. That gives it a little bit more tone. But ultimately, this is what the footage is gonna look like. Shaky cam production, obviously some walking around, but this is the front camera on the device. I actually think it looks better than some other high-end phones from Samsung. You know, Samsung's front cameras are most of the time, except for the Note 10, it's probably one of the better ones, but this one actually looks pretty good. And remember the price point on here. Also check the audio and the microphones and everything too. Let's switch to the rear. Now the rear actually has a wide angle shot too, but it has a lot of vignetting, and I'll turn that on in just a second. But this is just the regular 4K, or excuse me, not 4K, quad camera setup on the back with this 48 megapixel one shooting at 1080p. All right, guys, so here's the wide angle shot real quick. It's kind of strange that Samsung has, from what I can see, better camera quality on some of their lower priced devices than their so-called flagships. Kind of strange, but this is the wide angle shot. All right, guys, so there you have it. Kind of a first impressions and walkthrough, a longer look at the cameras. I only do a separate camera video, but I wanted to go ahead and show you the cameras now. And let's be honest here, I'm totally impressed with the camera quality, especially videos on the rear camera. Wow. When you consider what Samsung is doing with their quote unquote higher end flagship phones or just phones that cost more, this phone is actually really impressive, man. And I'm kind of shocked that I got this type of quality from this phone. It's strange, man. it's strange like that. You never know what you're going to get when you're making a purchase, man. So nonetheless, this is the Samsung Galaxy A21s. And again, the carriers are selling the A21. The S model has the Exynos processor, and it's settled down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and reboot and do that software update and everything. But overall, man, this is a good looking device. And let's see if I can crank the brightness up a little bit here. Now on video, you probably can't tell too much, but this is a bright screen, man. It looks fantastic, man. It's really nice. Crank it back down. Really nice. I'm feeling it, man. So the Galaxy S21, the Galaxy A21s, this is gonna probably be a very nice device, man. Hit that link in the description if you're looking for one of these. 5,000 milliamp hour battery. It should be really impressive. I can't wait to charge it up and get my SIM card in here and start testing it out. But 5,000 milliamp hour battery, 48 megapixel camera, 4 gig and 64 gig RAM versions. This is the 4, I believe. And then you have a 3 gig version. But, you know, this is pretty solid, man. So far, no issues whatsoever. The lag and stuff is gone because it had a little bit of lag at the beginning because obviously when you first boot up and you're getting excited, you're setting it up, you know, you're gonna pull in, you know, some lag every now and then on the first boot. But this is actually pretty impressive. Hardware is pretty decent too. It's got like that little shimmer on the back. I'm feeling it, man. Headphone jack is on the bottom. A lot of people like that. Fairly fast facial recognition. You see that facial recognition as I powered it up real quick. Now I'm gonna look at it. Wow, that's pretty dope, man. That is pretty dope. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed kind of a walkthrough on the first impressions on the Samsung Galaxy A21s. Remember, links in the description to grab yours. Now this is a phone, you know, even though it's 720p, let's look at something real quick here. All right, so we are in the spotlight, and we're in the spotlight with the Galaxy S20 Plus. How many of you guys are still using this device? How many of you are doing it? So a couple of things I want to talk about before. So the audio on here is pretty decent, man. It's loud for what it is, and the quality of the 720p display is actually pretty good, man. I mean, when you consider it, for the price range, yes, you can get phones with 1080p displays. You can get previous year's flagships. You can get all those things. But we're talking about this device. This is an Android 10, One UI 2.1, excuse me. And it's just another lower price device from Samsung that's hot, man. And I like the way this screen looks, actually. I think it's looking a lot better. You probably can't tell too much on camera how really nice it is, but this is a really nice device, man. It's really hot. I like it so far. So we'll get into that. There's your picture in picture. We'll get into more coverage on this device later on down the line, but it's your man, Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to charge this up and put my SIM card in here, and I'm going to have some fun with this. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care.